1937. Japanese troops enter Nanjing. Chaos reigns in the streets. Soldiers loot, rape, and kill, while Chinese residents who failed to escape the city hide in their homes. Postal worker Su Liu Chang finds shelter in a photography studio, where he is discovered by Japanese military photographer Hideo Ito. Ito doesn't know how to develop film or print photographs, and Liu Chang, in order to survive, pretends to be an employee of the studio. In reality, the owner of the shop and his family are hiding in the basement, and he helps with the photographs. But the further it goes, the harder it becomes. By printing images of atrocities, they begin to feel as if they themselves are becoming accomplices to these crimes. War cinema is one of the unshakable pillars of Chinese filmmaking. Movies about battles with Japanese invaders and other military operations involving China in the mid-20th century have always been produced not just in large numbers but in staggering quantities. Unlike in many Western countries, however, a great many Chinese filmmakers have viewed war not as a story of heroic victories, but as ballads in praise of martyrs, people who were not broken by overwhelming enemy forces. The best Chinese war films are stories about resistance, willpower, and humanity that must never be lost. This approach did not form overnight, but today it is one of the defining trends of Chinese cinema. Films such as City of Life and Death, The Flowers of War, and Our Time Will Come were highly praised by critics and audiences alike, proving that quiet heroism can be just as powerful and visually compelling on screen as battlefield feats. Dead to Rights is yet another confirmation of this. If one were to look for cinematic parallels, the film sits somewhere between City of Life and Death and The Flowers of War. From the former, it borrows a near-documentary, slightly detached approach to depicting atrocities and wartime cruelty, an observation of how violence becomes normalized, how quickly the strong begin dividing people into categories. In this regard, Hideo Ito is one of the most memorable and terrifying villains in modern Chinese cinema, an intellectual monster who has calibrated his moral compass so cleverly that it never swings into the red. He feels no remorse even when sending to their deaths those who trusted him, and he sincerely considers it betrayal when these people refuse to live and die according to his will. He is played by Harashima Daichi, a Japanese actor who began his career in Hong Kong as a child, then stepped away from cinema for nearly a decade before returning. The performance is powerful, striking, and profoundly mature. From The Flowers of War, the film inherits a Hollywood-style big aesthetic, one that skillfully articulates pathos, highlights sentimental moments, and lays out dramatic accents in bold strokes. Yes, you can tell that the filmmakers are deliberately pressing emotional buttons, but they do it with such talent that you can't help yourself. Your eyes fill with tears on their own. And if The Flowers of War poetically compared female youth and beauty to flowers, here the filmmakers find poetry in the process of photography itself. Film preserves memory not only of horrors, but of loved ones, meaningful moments, and beauty. It's a subtle and elegant metaphor that makes even more tangible the way the act of developing photographs is treated in the film like a form of poetry. Dead to Rights is, on the one hand, horrifying and emotionally heavy, yet on the other, luminous and deeply humane. It's the kind of film that will eventually move into the category of works that don't necessarily need to be rewatched, but absolutely need to be known. It is another major achievement for Chinese cinema as a whole, which has learned how to make patriotic films without provoking rejection. Box office numbers prove this more convincingly than anything else. The film easily surpassed $430 million in ticket sales, figures no Western entertainment blockbuster will ever reach in China, no matter how massive the marketing campaign. It may seem like just numbers, but in this case they show something far more important. People appreciated the film and, most importantly, accepted it as a monument to the quiet heroism of their ancestors.